The second question that we got is actually it pretty much it fits perfectly with what we just discussed because this was a very honest question from a gym owner who um, who said that he is seeing some significant issues in his own gym, be it financial, be it from kind of like the content that he or kind of like the meat of it pretty much. And his honest question was what to do, which first steps to take out of that to get to his own thing, the way he wants it, and it being profitable.
Okay, this is such a wide question, but I'm trying to break it down because okay, I'm gonna start with a story of mine. So a couple of years in running pretty classic CrossFit gym, like 5, 6 years in, like doing all the normal stuff, building it up from scratch, getting member number one, offering classes, doing the programming, like me doing everything, like coaching every class, doing all the financial stuff around it, the programming, the cleaning the floor, like everything, right? And 5, 6 years in, you're starting to wonder, okay, is this really what I wanted to do? And yes, it still is, but there's so much around it that you're kind of getting, I don't like the word burned out, but you get burned out, right? Because um, people start asking you, hey, can we do this in the programming? And all of a sudden you're becoming a manager of your own gym and managing interests of your people and managing interests of your hopefully you've hired a coach by being 5 years in, but you don't feel like that's your own gym anymore. That's weird because it is your gym. Like you're taking all the risks, you're getting quote unquote all the benefits, which are not much in the beginning. Um, but but you're always doing what everybody else wants. You're doing the programming that people want, which is more and more CrossFit workouts being stacked on top of each other. You're losing the grip on actually helping people because they just want to work out and get a sweat in. But you're seeing the right knee of Susie and be like, okay, we should do this. But she's like, no, I just want to do 5 workouts. And 3 months later, she comes like, hey, Greg, I have knee pain. And it's like, okay, I knew, but I couldn't do anything. So this is where most gym owners get stuck, and I totally get it because I was in the same situation, and that's why I've helped a couple of gyms already with creating like whatever you want to call it, a 6 week intro course, like something where you can start implementing stuff and basically get the two skills going from the book, the skill of attention, the skill of position, but not in a theoretical way, but through the templates, doing a 6 week intro course. You start with new people so you can accustom them to something new rather than just stacking workouts on top of each other. And that's what I'm very excited about is offering this to any gym out there, whoever wants to do it, and just try it out. There's nothing happening to your normal programming. Your base of your memberships will still stay because they're still going to do the same workouts, but you can start from the bottom and be like, okay, every new person that comes in, he's gonna start a 6 week program, a 6 week intro course. You're gonna start doing the templates with them. And for them, it's gonna be super normal to just do other stuff because they're looking for something else. So that's the first step. And we won't talk about the second, third, and fourth step today, but that's the first step of starting to make slow changes to your gym. And it doesn't matter. You will never ever hear me saying change the name of your gym to erase CrossFit and call it whatever you want. That doesn't matter. It really matters what you think will give you the best opportunity for your business, which which name will attract the most people, but even more important is can you solve problems no matter what name is on your facility. So that's what I'm very excited about. This is a 6 week program. We're gonna run you through it. We have templates, we have the videos, we have everything ready. Just start doing this with your coaches and then starting it with your new people, and you will see people will love it, right? The biggest fear of a gym owner is that you cannot satisfy what people are asking for. Like people are calling you, like, hey, for the body gym, I want to start CrossFit. And you're like, sure. but I have the new 6 week thingy now, where I do other stuff. Like this is not how people think. They want to do CrossFit, run them through the 6 week template. They will realize you will start solving the problems with them, whether that's losing weight or hip pain or lower back pain. That's all people care about. And they will still call you a CrossFit gym. I have not been a CrossFit gym since 7 years now. Is that true? Five? Could be true. 6, 7, or 8 years. And still, my members come up to me and be like, hey, you're the best CrossFit gym around. It's like, okay, cool. I love it. I don't care. Like, call it CrossFit, call it Grex. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, people are happy. You can help them, which equals a good business and running a good business. So that's all that matters at the end. And the 6 week course is a good transition phase, is a good first step of starting to change things up. Because if you're a gym owner right now, the sharks are in the water because Hyrox is in the water and there's other stuff coming up and people having starting to have like a negative perception of CrossFit. So the sharks are in the water. You might feel it a little bit, like membership rates declining, but it's gonna get, let's put it this way, not easier for small gyms to survive out there.
And from your experience so far with the gym coaches, gym owners that you worked with, what were the biggest kind of like the biggest things that they were hesitant about before implementing the 6 weeks, besides what you mentioned of that fear of disappointing members? Was there anything else that stood out to you?
Yes, this is the weirdest part. And I totally understand because I was in the same situation. Once I tell them how to communicate the 6 week course, how to offer it, and how to price it and how much to charge for it, they're looking at me and they're having financial problems. Don't get me wrong. And they're looking at me like, no, I can't charge that much. It's like, dude, you have to understand that you have to step up your game. If your game right now is you want to get a sweat in with people, yes, you cannot charge more than X and Y amount of money because getting a sweat in can be offered from anybody in the world. Anybody. Like you can be a single coach somewhere and you can offer just 15,000 workouts a day and you're going to sweat and you're going to charge whatever, $100 for it a month. Great. But if you want to step up your game and actually help people, you have to step up the coaching game. And that's where you can charge people more money because they're willing to pay more money for it because the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can charge. I'm sorry. This is the same concept as people love to people love to outsource their problems and let somebody else take care of it. This makes total sense on a small basis, which means, all right, if you want to get your hair cut, you go to the hairdresser, right? You pay whatever between 50 and 300,000 euros, and you get your hair cut, and hopefully you're satisfied because you like the new style of it. Great. If you want to get a piece of meat, great. You go to the butcher's and you just order a piece of meat, you pay for it, and if the value is great, you're satisfied. So this is very quick problem solving. Our challenge is this is not how fast it will go for lower back pain, losing 10 kilos. So we have to play the long-term game with people, set short-term goals, and then another short-term goal and another short-term goal to keep them motivated and enticed. So we have to take the concept of the normal business world and apply it into the fitness world and make it work. And the thing that's lacking the most is the confidence to charge more money. And I get it. That's why I'm offering the knowledge and the education so that you can solve issues and problems. And that will give you more confidence to charging more money. This is not about just charging more money. That's called a fraudster. If you can't do anything and you charge more money and people pay you for it, and then you cannot actually solve the problem, this is called fraud. But this is not what we want to do. We want to step up our game, charge more for it because people will pay more money for their knee issues or losing some weight. If we actually can solve it, this is a perfect situation. So the lack of confidence to work on themselves, to work on their coaching game, because well, I thought it was about getting more members in, the lead part, the marketing part. I just talked to a coach the other day who said, okay, I know that I should do more of this, but I'm actually doing this. Um, I know I should work on my coaching, but I have to get more leads at the same time. So I have to get new people in. It's like, yes, but what's the point of having more people in front of you if you cannot solve the problem first? So this means you have to educate yourself first and actually start understanding a couple of stuff and simultaneously working getting more people in. So this is the one thing we're working on at first. This is the first problem to solve for coaches and gym owners out there. Is like, okay, get a system in place where you can educate yourself, and based on that, you will have the ability and the self confidence to charge more money for it.
What would you say is the reason that so far the fitness industry has not kind of like followed the other industries with having that approach of giving the customer what the customer kind of like needs and feeling like not, pretty much like not feeling ashamed to ask for enough money? Because example, a lawyer usually does not feel kind of weird about his rates. And why is that the fitness industry so far has kind of like not been on that train?
I think it's very simple because there's no base education part. There's no university where you can go to, where you can get like 3, 4, 5 years of serious education, and then applied in your real life. That's the main reason, because literally, and this is going back to CrossFit, this is still my number one, let's call it, not liking about CrossFit is, okay, you do a weekend seminar on Saturday and Sunday, and on Monday you can open up your gym. I get the point. I get the libertarian point of it, like free market and all that stuff. And if you're not good, you can close down your gym, or people are going to close down your gym because you just suck at coaching and solving problems. But that's some stuff I don't like, because, and I think that's why it's A, lacking confidence in coaches, and B, the perception of a coach is like somewhere, I shouldn't mention those professions now, but like the lowest
Mm.
positive job reaction stuff that is out there, and that's exactly where coaches are at. And I think that's unfortunate, because I think we coaches are actually the ones seeing people on a regular basis, right? Doctors and physios are great, but how often are you gonna see that person? Hopefully, not that much, because they're healthy again. But we are the ones seeing them twice a week, so that's probably around 100 times a year. That's a lot. So that's where you can build a relationship with people, like a human relationship. It's not just a business relationship. It's, yeah, I'm going to see you twice a week. We're going to talk about your holidays. We're going to talk about your kids. Yes, we're going to solve your needs as well, and we're going to make you lose weight. But we're gonna build a human interaction, and that's when people are starting to actually listen to you and do stuff that you should be doing. This is not about making your hamstring work. This is setting a base so you trust me, so you can trust me in helping you with your hamstring, and you actually start doing stuff, and you're feeling less unmotivated in the beginning, because you can see progress and you can see your problem diminishing. And it's like, hey, Greg is not a fraudster. He can actually do some stuff, and he's nice, and this is great. This is like a normal business human relationship. Um, and I think that's what we should be all heading to be honest.
Okay, so could you give us kind of like a little glimpse into more of the details, what the intro course is going to entail?
Sure. So it's a 6 week program. It's based on 3 sessions a week. So we in my gym, we use it as the intro course. There's like, we have 5 templates. We have 2 shoulder templates, 2 hip templates, and 1 trunk template. Those 5 templates basically rotate throughout those 6 weeks, throughout those 18 sessions. 6 weeks times 3 sessions, the 18 sessions. So we'll cycle them through. So we have the best start for people, teaching them the neutral pelvis, teaching them shoulder positions, making them whatever fitter, teaching them the concepts of creating tension towards the inside first, but on a practical basis, not on a theoretical standing in front of the whiteboard education. No, but in a real life on the gym mat floor, solving problems and making people sweat and all the good stuff at the same time. So we have 18 sessions based on the templates. What you get is the full communication, because again, this is the one thing we have to solve, because you as a coach, as a gym owner, you're your biggest problem and your biggest challenge, your biggest opportunity at the same time. Because I can give you that course, but if you cannot communicate what that is all about, how to bring people in there, if you talk about pricing of it, if you talk about actually starting it, how to start it, like you get literally all the emails and the communication. The only thing you have to do is, if you're not speaking German or English, you have to translate it into your own language. I think that shouldn't be an issue with technology nowadays. So you get the full package, and I'll help you once people start answering and they have questions. I'll help you how to phrase those answers. You can just get your first 10 people into that course, right? What to do with it, like get feedback from people, start collecting feedback from those courses, use those feedback to advertise, get more people enticed towards it. And you'll realize something weird, because once you start a 6-week course and your members will see that you're doing something different with your new people. So they start asking questions, and they'll be like, well, that sounds pretty cool, actually. And I've talked to Susie, who has done your 6-week course, and she has no more back pain right now. Like, what is she doing? So start it in reverse, not like professoring it from top down, but start at the bottom with the new people and slowly let it trickle in. And people get just curious and enticed again about doing something different, because they will want to do something different. That's just human nature. They just want to do new stuff all the time, and they want to click on something new and scroll all the time. And that's what you can give them by offering them a new 6-week course.
Okay. So for anyone who is wondering when and where it will be available, I guess the first ones are going to be the people on the traveling circus. So for anyone who's not there yet, it's time to join now.
It's
And
time to join the traveling circus.
yes,
That's totally true, because as soon as you're on there, you always get the first information, or be the first response to that stuff. Hop on there. It's totally free to get on there. It's the base. It's my base. It's traveling circus base, where you get the information first. Yes, you'll hear it on social media, obviously, and all that stuff. But you can ask questions there. You can try it out. I'll run you through it. So join the traveling circus. The links are going to be somewhere around this video, I guess. And just try it out. There's nothing you can lose. Let me just finish. Um, I don't like talking about business and financial stuff a lot, because I don't want to sound like the Facebook ad guys on Instagram selling you leads for a lot of money. But just think about a very quick back of the napkin math model. So the 6-week course, we charge $4.99 for that 6-week course, right? So, and we have whatever, like 6 to 8 people every single month. Just do the math on it. And if that somewhat entices you, teaching something new that will help people solve more problems, that will help you step up your coaching game, that will make you between 2,500 and 4,500 additional euros a month, that will set a totally new price frame for you, to creating higher memberships for you. If that sounds somewhat enticing to you, okay, just send me a message. We'll talk. I'll run you through it, and you can just try it out. There's zero risk involved in here, other than you making a little bit more money by helping people solve their problems faster. That was famous last words. All right, guys, that was awesome. Love those questions. We're trying to bridge the gap between coaching education, building up your own gym on a financial basis. But at the end of the day, it's about creating connections with people, helping solving your problems faster. If you can do that, you'll run a successful gym. And you should, for the rest of your life, if you're interested in helping people, you have to take care of the financial side of your gym, because otherwise you'll have to shut it down, go back to your fucking office and work from 9 to 5. If that's not enticing, hit me up. Bye.